My name is Emily and I have had hearing aids since I was 4 months old. I created Definite Hearing as a way to increase awareness for the deaf and hard of hearing. One of the most common questions I get is there a cure for hearing loss? I'm going to talk about this in today's video. Welcome to my channel today. Before we start talking about if there's a cure for hearing loss, we've got to first talk about the 3 different types of hearing loss: conductive, sensorineural, and mixed hearing loss. Well, you're gonna ask me what these mean. Let's talk about this. I hope you stick around to the end of this video because if you do, I'm going to share what I think about these hearing loss cures. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Let's talk about some hearing loss cures. I just want to start out by saying there is not a cure for sensorineural hearing loss. This is really disappointing for many, but let's chat. I mentioned the 3 different types of hearing loss. Conductive hearing loss means that there is something wrong with the outer and middle ear. This is the outer part of the ear canal, the eardrum, and the 3 little bones right behind the eardrum: the malleus, incus, and stapes. If someone is dealing with a conductive hearing loss, there is something wrong with those parts of the ear, and it blocks the sound's ability to go into the ear and connect to the brain. A sensorineural hearing loss means that something is wrong with a person's inner ear. This could be something wrong with the inner ear cells of the hair cells of the cochlea or the cochlea cells in general. I have a sensorineural hearing loss. We don't know exactly what is wrong. We know that it's a genetic cause, but there's something wrong in my inner ear that prevents sound from fully and effectively getting from my inner ear to my brain. And last but not least is a mixed hearing loss. This is a combination of problems in the outer, middle, and inner ear. Conductive and mixed ear hearing losses can be due to ear malformations, microtia, and sensorineural hearing loss, like I said earlier, is due to the malfunction of the inner ear cells. A mixed hearing loss and conductive hearing loss could also mean that a person has a viral infection, an ear blockage, or something like that. So let's talk about hearing loss cures. For a conductive hearing loss, sometimes surgery is an option. Surgery can be performed to remove any obstruction or reconstruct parts of the ears that prevent the sound from moving through the ear properly. Another solution to a conductive hearing loss at times can be a bone-anchored hearing aid, or a BAHA for short. A BAHA is put into the ear bone right here, and it bypasses the outer and middle ear and vibrates the cochlea, which communicates with the brain. Essentially, a BAHA circumvents the outer and middle ear to help someone hear. This particular hearing device, like a cochlear implant, must be surgically implanted. Now, a BAHA is not a cure, but it certainly is a strong solution. Next, let's talk about sensorineural cures. These are the most difficult, and I would say science is working very hard to cure sensorineural hearing loss. This is a particular hearing loss that there still is no all-and-all cure for. There are a few different approaches that scientists are working on right now. Number 1 is progenitor cell reactivation. What is this? Progenitor cells in the inner ear of the cochlea are cells that are sitting there, essentially dormant, not working properly. There's a drug test called FX322 that's going on right now. It's an injection into the tympanic membrane or eardrum of the ear. It goes into the inner ear cells and rejuvenates or jumpstarts these progenitor cells that are sitting dormant in the inner ear. FX322 has seen success. It has also seen setbacks. It will probably be about 5 to 10 years until that drug is available for use if it continues to pass its test. Sensorineural hearing loss cure number 2 is stem cell research. Stem cells are cells that are very, very basic beginner cells. These cells typically come from the early on stem cells or cells of an embryo. These are unassigned cells. This means that these cells can still be assigned as specific cells. So stem cell research with regards to sensorineural hearing loss is trying to figure out how do we assign an unassigned blank cell to build into a sensorineural cochlea cell so that we can cure this sensorineural hearing loss. Essentially, imagine if they could take these unassigned cells, regrow a cochlea, and put that surgically into someone's ear. I don't know if that would work. It's a hypothesis, it's an idea, but that is kind of the thinking of the stem cell research. Last but not least, another key to curing sensorineural hearing loss has been discovered. Scientists have found that in certain genetic hearing losses, there has been an omission of the GFI1 protein. This protein is required in embryonic cells to fully develop the cochlea cells. Without this GFI1 protein, the cochlea cells cannot develop fully and properly. Therefore, if scientists can understand more about this GFI1 protein, they could use this information to be able to fix and replicate sensorineural hearing loss to allow those cochlea cells to develop fully and properly. Isn't this amazing? Science is incredible. It's amazing that we have so many different routes to be able to cure this hearing loss. We just still have yet to do it. So like I mentioned earlier, for conductive hearing loss, surgery can be a cure, and a bone-anchored hearing aid can be a solution. For sensorineural hearing loss, hearing aids and cochlear implants can be solutions. Hearing aids, like I wear, like these, amplify sound so that it boosts the sound so that my brain can understand sound better. A cochlear implant, on the other hand, bypasses the ear, the outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear, and goes straight to the auditory nerve. The cochlear implant is implanted at the back of someone's head. The wire, or the electrode, is connected straight to the auditory nerve, which talks to the brain. It bypasses the ear altogether. It is miraculous and incredible. My sister has one herself. My hearing loss is not severe enough for me to get a cochlear implant, but I love hearing so much that if my hearing loss got to that point that it was that bad, I would try it. I'd have nothing to lose at that point. I love my hearing devices. They are an incredible solution for my hearing loss. They're like my glasses. I have horrible vision, like -5.5 and -5.75. I cannot see well at all unless something is about 5 inches from my face. So when I get up in the morning and I put my glasses on or my contacts in and I put my hearing aids on, I go from blurry to clarity. Obviously, hearing aids aren't perfect. There are things that I can't always hear, but it is way better than living without hearing aids because I can't understand anything without my hearing aids. I love being able to hear. I am so grateful for my hearing aids. So there you have it. Now you know the different types of hearing losses and potential cures for hearing loss. What kind of hearing loss do you have? I would love to hear in the comments below. In addition to that, what solutions or cures do you use so that you can hear? I would love to hear in the comments below. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to making more great hearing loss related content for you. Have a great day. Bye.